Welcome to How to Stamp Script Fonts Without a Mess. Script stamps can be frustrating if you don't understand how they're designed to work. In this video, I'll show you how to stamp script fonts so they look natural and handwritten, without turning into a muddy mess. Hi, and welcome to lesson number 4. This time, we're going to be learning how to work with a script style font. These stamps can be a little bit tricky to get lined up properly and to look natural, as if they're handwritten without turning into kind of an incohesive mess. So let's get started. Okay, so this is the stamp that we're using. This is by IOD and it's called Swoosh. So it is, I think it's now a retired stamp, but you could probably still find it out there. And for those of you that already have this one and you struggle with it so you don't use it, that's what this video is going to help. And there's a whole bunch of other kinds of script stamps out there. So this video will help you work through all of those challenges. So I already have mine that is very well used. I've had it for years and years. Because this is such a large format, like these letters are pretty big. I'm just gonna work on some scrap pieces of cardboard because, well, we all have cardboard chunks lying around. Old boxes, you could just cut them up and work with that. We're going to keep it pretty simple and we're going to plan out just the word stamping. I figured it's a long enough word that I can show you all of the options. So first, let's pick our letters. Okay, so we have all our letters set out and I've got my thin mount handy, and this is the thin mount that's currently available. So it has the grid, all the grid lines and the ovals and the circles on it. So it's got all the things you're gonna need. Okay, so first I'm going to set these up how I see a lot of people setting them up. And they just connect them like this. See, these are really big, so I have to kind of move them over so I have enough room. Okay, so now they're all, I think that looks great, right? Now I have the original thin mount and I have the old clear ones. IOD doesn't provide these anymore. We can't get them anymore, but I have a whole bunch. So if this is something that you're interested in, just reach out to me and I've got some of these that I can have available for sale. So I'm going to use this bigger one of the old ones, because it's a little bit longer and bigger to be able to grab. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to lay it down on top of my stamps, which are setting their stamp face down on my cardboard. So I'm just going to set that all down and see how that picks it all up. It's perfect. And then I have my ink, and a good rule of thumb is to always, or to never rather, stamp your ink on top of the piece that you're working on, because it's really easy to accidentally get ink on your project where you don't want it. So now we're just going to dab the ink, and this is a freshly refilled ink pad, so it's pretty juicy. But I figured working on the cardboard, it's gonna absorb it pretty good. You just wanna make sure to hold your stamp pad level, because if you're rocking it, you're gonna get ink in places you don't want ink. You just want the ink on the face of the stamp. Okay, I think that works pretty good. Now we can bring our project piece back and we'll just we'll put it here. I want to try to do 2 stamps on this one. And then, like I said in the previous videos, you want to stabilize with one hand. So one hand stays still. And the other hand is the one that's going to go ahead and make sure that your stamp is making contact with the project. Now I have no thin mount on this edge of the G, so I'm just kind of tapping it down with my finger. And I just kind of trace the letters. And now I'm going to stabilize it with this hand. I'm going to change that around because I find it easier with my dominant hand. As long as you're stabilizing with one hand all the time, that's all you need to do. Okay, now let's just keep stabilizing and we're just gonna lift it up and take a peek. So because this is cardboard and it's very textured, you're going to see how that affects your stamping, right? But that's okay. I'm not too worried about that. Now, see how that looks kind of disjointed and it looks like individual stamps. And we don't want it to look like that. So I'm going to put this aside. I'm going to clean these so that I can work with them without getting ink all over my hands. So again, I'm just wiping these off with a baby wipe, which is really easy to do when the ink is all wet. Now I'm going to show you how I set this up so that it looks a little bit more natural. Okay, so when you're planning out your project, make sure that you've got the back of your stamp facing up, so you're actually seeing how it's going to look. So now how I do this is I take my letters and I overlap them. See how I've put this T over top of that little tail on the S. And I'm trying to maintain their angle so that it looks like it's flowing how it should. See how sticky these are? They stick together. And don't worry that I'm coming over here. We'll fix that up later. Another thing to focus on, so on the stamp, you can see on that edge what is the backing of the stamp. So this blank space. Why isn't it focusing? There we go. You can see what is the backing of the stamp and what is the actual letter itself. So it's the letter itself that you're looking at to make sure that's what's overlapping. Because sometimes you think, well, this little part is way too skinny and it's not really going to go over that. As long as you're looking and it's overlapping the letter part, the actual stamp part, not the backing. Okay. Now see how I've got that all together? See how more concise that looks now? I think it looks way better. So now, hopefully it works with this one. Oh, it's still too long. I picked too long of a word. You could always diagonal it. Let's do that. Or actually, let's just grab it and make it work. So I'm gonna kind of eyeball the center of my whole word with that line that's going down the center of this thin mount. So it doesn't have to be perfect, but you kind of want to have a little bit of organization. So same thing, I'm just going to press the backs of these stamps down, and it's still going to pick them up even though they're all overlapping. Now you can't just ink this and be able to stamp it. So what we do in this situation is we pull every second letter. So you've picked up your setup, and now you're going to pull every second letter. So we're gonna pull the G, we're gonna pull the I, we're going to pull the M, and we're going to pull the T. And this is how you keep your spacing, because you can stamp these individually, but then it's really hard to plan out your spacing. So now we will ink these. And we're gonna come back to this. And we're gonna lay it down. And press that in. There you go. So I'm going to just clean these ones off. I like to just clean them off right away, because then I'm not laying something on top of it and making a mess out of that. And it's just part of my process. Okay, so now I'm gonna set that there, and I'm going to go into using my little piece again. So now I need to pick up the T. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to stick the T on my little piece of thin mount, and I'm going to ink it. And I'm going to, I didn't do it on these ones, but I'm just going to dab off a little bit to get it a little bit thinner on the tail end, because it's overlapping and I kind of want to keep that from being too visible. So same idea, I'm going to line it up now just visually and stamp over. So set it down, stabilize, and press that stamp. And another part of it is, like, you want to make sure you're really pressing up to where it overlaps, and then just kind of gently there. See how that lines it up in there perfectly? I'm going to wipe this one off. Set him there. And grab the M and do the same thing. Place the M. And if you can see, I got a little bit of ink right here in this spot, so I'm just going to clean that off. And I'm going to just gently dab the very end of the M to lighten the ink that's there. And line this up. There you go. And you just continue this process until you get all of those blank letters in there. See, I got some ink on my thin mount. That's what I mean by don't stamp, don't load your stamps on top of your project. Because if this was a really important project, I could have very easily got that little knob of ink on the project, and that would have been unfortunate. And now this is the last one to connect. And there you go. So can you see the difference in how those two look? This one looks so disjointed and kind of slap hazard, and this one looks like script. It looks like somebody hand wrote that. So that's basically the trick to swoosh. Pulling out every second letter is always your go-to once you've planned it out. I hope that helps. If this was helpful, please subscribe and make sure that you're on my email list. I'm sending all the Stamping with Confidence videos out as they go live, so you don't want to miss any. The link to sign up is in the description below. Thanks so much for watching.